Hey guys, Kristen Live, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you what my family and I made for blessing bags for the homeless or needy during the Thanksgiving holiday. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so my daughter, who's 11, was actually watching a YouTube video about how women live homeless on the street and deal with like their female things that happen on a monthly basis and that sort of thing. I think something prompted it from a comment someone made at school about something they saw on TV maybe, and she came to me and said, you know, what can we do? Like, I want to do something to help them. We by no means have a bunch of extra money to spend, but we do have a vehicle, a roof over our heads, a good job, you know, plenty of food in the refrigerator and cupboard, and heat and air. Those are the basic necessities of life, which a lot of people unfortunately today do not have the luxury of. And it's a very sad thing. There's a lot of people that are former military veterans. It just takes, not everybody. I think there's this illusion or thought that if you're homeless, you're probably a drug addict or an alcoholic, or you have some kind of terrible background, and that's not always the case. It takes, someone losing their job and not being able to find a new one within a few weeks, and not being able to pay their rent, and then they're evicted, and all of a sudden they're on the street. And it could just be themselves, it could be them and their partner, it could be a whole family with children, and it's just really unfortunate. And I saw the look in my daughter's eyes, and I just realized, I've done this before, but she was younger and she doesn't remember. So I thought, what a great way to show her how to give back during the Thanksgiving holiday than to, give back a little bit. So these are basically goodie bags, or better known as blessing bags, and we've made 30 for Thanksgiving, and we're going to make 30 more for Christmas. Here in Northwest Florida, we don't have a ton of homeless, but the ones that are really, not in a good situation, as obviously all of them are not, but here it just seems to be like there's not a whole lot of in the middle. They're like people either figure it out or they're on the street. So with that being said, I took the contents out of the bag for men, and I took the contents out for the bag for women. They're very similar, but I thought I would just show you guys what we put together and what we put in it, and if you guys want to do something similar, maybe give you some good ideas. Another way to give back if you don't want to make blessing bags, because some people are afraid to if you see someone on the street just to hand them something, they're afraid they're going to hurt them. I've never had that experience. But if you feel that way and you still would like to make your own bags, you can always drop them off to a shelter. Or if you not interested in making these, you could always donate clothes, coats, hats, scarves, socks, gloves, anything like that to your local shelter, and they will always be in need of that. So that's a great way. Or another great thing to give back is to just donate your time. It costs you nothing, and you could just contact some of the shelters and ask them if if they need any help. If you could give them a few hours of your time, help them serve food, help them make food, whatever it is they need is free to you. And if you have a couple extra hours, why not give back? This is the season of giving, not receiving. And that's what I'm trying to teach my kids and make sure they understand what the holiday is all about. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Like I said, a lot of these things are the same. So to start out, we've got one little note card and an envelope with a pen and a forever stamp. So no matter when they decide to use it, the stamp will always be good. Sorry, there's sirens in the background. It finally cooled down here in Florida, and so I've opened all the windows to let some fresh air in. It seemed kind of stale in here. And of course now it's loud while I'm recording my video. So anyway, each one of them gets one of those. Each one of them gets a toiletry bag. In this woman's one, we have hand sanitizer, a bar soap, shampoo, conditioner, cough drops, toothbrush, toothpaste, a razor, some gloves, little like floss sticks, and then what's different between the men's is that they have a couple tampons and pads. Oh, there's the toothpaste, it wouldn't fit in there. Some tissue, deodorant, a moist towelette when they have to, you know, kind of bathe. What do they call it, a bird bath? Then I've got, now the men's and women's differ, and it wasn't specifically to a man or a woman, it was just I had some of each. So this is a, I can't remember what they call it, but it's a, one of those, not Mylar, it's a little foil, it looks like foil. Like it's so tiny in here, but when you pull it all out and you leave it in the sun, and it has directions inside for them, but most know what this is. If you leave it out in the sun, it heats up, and then you can wrap up in it at night when it's cold, and it keeps you warm. The other thing, if I didn't give them that, I gave them 2 hand and glove warmers. So they can put these in their shoes, in their socks, in their coat pockets and put their hands in it. They could put it on top of their head and put their hat over it. I mean, just being warm is such like a luxury when you're out on the street with nothing. So that's the only variation there. And then I've got a pair of gloves and a pair of socks for each. And then just some extra notepad paper. When it comes down to food, everyone's got, I went to the Dollar Tree, and you can get like 6 to 10 food items for $1. So I just got whatever I could find. Like this one happens to have like the white cheddar and chive crackers. This one's like the peanut butter crackers. Each of them got a granola bar, a Slim Jim, a bag of crackers of whatever I had, some mints, can of tuna with crackers, some different teas and sugars, which I know you're thinking like, what are they gonna do with that? Most gas stations or bathrooms have hot water, which is why I've provided a cup that is microwavable, heat and cool safe. Uh-oh, I just lost my fork. And then just 2 disposable cups, like if they need to brush their teeth or wash their face. You know, they might go to a bathroom or a water fountain, but maybe it's not appropriate, or they're not allowed to stay there to actually like wash themselves, so at least they could take some water and do that. And then I just put, like, I just got these free from like random places that I ordered food from in the last few months. And so I've got like some Parmesan cheese seasoning, Arby's sauce, Taco Bell sauce, some garlic, some oregano, which, you know, whatever people give them on the street or whatever they can get is probably very boring. And so why not, it's free to me, why not give them something to just give it a little flavor? I figure, like, you know, when you have nothing, any little thing can make your day a little bit better, so why not? And then each of them have either a Top Ramen pack, which, like I said, if they can get hot water, they can just stick it in the cup. They can add a little soy sauce for flavor if they want. And then I provided a fork and knife. Obviously, I'm not going to need a knife for Top Ramen, but I'm sure there's several occasions where they might need to cut something, and so I just threw that in there. These utensils and all of these things like this were free to me, so why not pass them on? I only need a drawer full of 10. I don't need 50 of them, which is pretty much where I'm at with that. So anyway, that's that. Of course, a bottle of water, and I took the labels off because here's my thought on this, and yes, I put a lot of thought into this, and maybe they'll care, maybe they won't, but the couple people that do care will appreciate it. So I took the label off because they were just like great value from Walmart or dollar store or something. They were really cheap, but This they'll probably keep, even when the water's gone, because they can refill it. And why not give them something pretty to look at or attractive? And I just put these little stickers that I had from like a old planner that comes with a bunch of like, you know, gratitude and like motivational stickers. And I just put one on here. This one's got stars and in gold it says, "You've got this." And then on this men's one, I took the label off. It's just white and gold and it says, "The best is yet to come." Just something to like, you know, it doesn't take much to brighten someone's day when someone thinks of them and goes to the trouble to just, you know, make their day a little bit better. I think that's a huge thing. So, oh, and then the men's bag, same thing, some floss sticks, toothbrush, toothpaste, a men's razor, hand sanitizer. This is a shampoo and conditioner combo by Axe. There's Band-Aids, which the women's had to, nail file, and then the men get a little shaving cream and a hair comb, and they also have like the little cough drops in there. Let's see if I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, okay, there is a reason that each of these bags have 75 cents, because people are probably like, what is 75 cents going to do? Like I said, I don't have a bunch of extra money to give anybody. And I figure, I looked at the Bay trolley schedule, which we have a trolley that goes all the way from like the west end of the beach area all the way in town. It's like a total of 30 miles. It is only 75 cents for a ride. Sometimes it just takes someone to get from point A to point B to find a shelter where they can stay warm or the kids can be safe for a night. You know, it's just the little things. And pretty much everyone I think that lives on the street here locally knows that this trolley is the cheapest and best way to get from point A to point B. So it's 75 cents, and that's why I did that. And I hate, you know, even if I had a lot more, I don't know that I would give it, just because you never know if someone has an addiction or, you know, wants to go to the liquor store instead of like feed themselves or their kids. I don't think that's right, nor do I have the money to give them to do that. Now, if they come up with it on their own and they're having a bad day and they want to get a 40-ounce beer, by all means do it. I just can't support that habit because I can't afford it. So that is why that is there. This is what they look like when they're done. So these are like the male bags and these are the female bags. And I just put a little ribbon that I had like left over from birthday parties and a little heart. It's just like the little thoughts that I think just people make them smile. If you can just make someone smile, give them a warm meal, like help them stay warm at night. I mean, these people have nothing, and you know, if there's anything that I can do to change that and to show the kids that, you know, it's so important to give back, whether it's donation, a blessing bag, your time. I mean, that's really what the holiday is about, and especially at Thanksgiving. I mean, everyone's going to be sitting at home in a warm place with their family, eating great food, visiting, and these people are going to just be trying to stay alive. So I hope that this will be just, even if it just gives them a little encouragement. And back to these. Okay. A lot of times people lose touch or they can't make a phone call because payphones don't exist anymore, and a lot of businesses won't let them in or won't let them use the phone, which I understand. It's, you know, it's usually company policy, so I won't go further into that. But most people know somebody, or their parents, or their children, or somebody, brother, sister, friend, that they can write to. And especially if it's someone close to you, you probably know their address. So if they could just be able to write front and back on this note card and have a stamp, and all they have to do is put the address, and they could reach out to somebody and let them know where they're at, or somehow where they can find them, that could be the difference in being on the street and not. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All of these things are super important to us, and we just feel like, you know, just giving back just a little bit it's good for the people, and it's good to teach your children, remind yourself of the blessings that we have, and really what the holiday season is about. So that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And leave a comment below if you guys have done anything like this, or if you have any other ideas of ways that you can serve your community and help the less fortunate. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.